Oh, what's going on YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do? And this is a video on a new product that Baseus has released. I've had this in my possession for a couple weeks now, just haven't gotten around to making the video, and I do apologize about that. This should have been released sooner. Baseus did send this out to me for free in exchange for a video. I did not buy this, but this video is my thoughts and my opinions of this device. And Baseus is a company that I have come to very much enjoy. And I have many of their other products that I did buy, including this $12 battery bank, 10,000 mAh, 20 watt power delivery, and can charge 2 different ways. And this 65 watt charger that I did buy, and I have 2 of these because they're awesome, and they support Samsung Super Fast Charging 2.0 at 45 watts. Let's get to the unboxing of this guy. So this is their social media. They have a Facebook, they have Instagram, they got the Twitter, they got the YouTube, they got the TikTok. This is going to be a 140 watt power adapter. Well, power bank, sorry, my apologies. 140 watt fast charging, Baseus add-on digital display fast charge power bank, 24,000 mAh, many different protocols. Let's get into it. Oh, they have a nice little pull tab to make the unboxing effortless. You don't need a knife, scissors, or anything sharp. I wish every company did that. This is going to be a heavier power bank for sure. All right, box is empty. We do have a little surprise on the inside. This little thing right here, interesting. Oh, haha, okay. So this would be in there. You can see it through the little window. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a laptop that charges through 140 watts. I do wish I had gone with the 16-inch MacBook Pro, but I went with a 14-inch, so it only charges at 100 watts. Hey, shout out to Baseus, including a 140-watt cable. That is huge. We got the instruction booklet, we got some stickers, we got warranty information, and we have the power bank. It's sealed and protected so nicely. Look at that. Let's open it up. It's kind of a wide boy. I like it. It's not going to be... I'm a sucker for sales. When this thing was on sale for $12, oh, I blasted all over social media. My Instagram still has that page as the main link. But when this was $12, I bought like 6 of them all together. I think I have 2. I sent up some family members some. I mean, it's hard to argue with a $12 power bank. This guy right here I got on sale as well. 22.5 watts, 30,000 mAh. This is a big boy. I bought this with my own money. Do I use it very often? No. That's because I did have a Samsung phone and it does not support PPS, so I could not get more than 15 watts out of it. Now that I have a Pixel 8 and an iPhone 15 Pro Max that use Type-C power delivery, I can get 20 watts out of this. So I might actually start using this more, but the 15 watt maximum charge for Samsung really was a deal breaker to me for a power bank that I'm going to use every single day. So look at this guy. This is a good looking power bank. It looks nice. Look at this, 140 watts. It's got a little display up here. It's at 39%. You've got 2 Type-C ports. Love to see that. USB-A, don't care to see that. Nothing on the back. On the side, you just have one little word, Baseus, right there. And nothing on this side. And then on the bottom, we have a whole bunch of information. Now, I can't even begin to tell you if you can see all that, because what I can see is just a tiny screen. But there you go. You can pause that and read all that for yourself. It also repeats some of that data up here. The biggest thing you're going to care about is this right port right here. This is going to be your bread and butter, your money maker. It's going to be the end-all be-all ports. It's the one that does the 140 watts. It's got the big old 5 amp, 20 something volts, 28 volts. This is the port you want to use if you're really needing to go in. Like, it's going to be your input and your output. This is only going to be an output, and this is only going to be an output. Now, I do like that it only has an output on this port, because sometimes I want to use this power bank to charge up another power bank. Specifically one like the Baseus solar inverter, right? Where it can accept an input, and you want that to power like your refrigerator or something, and then you can use this guy to charge that thing pretty fast because that port supports up to 15 volts and 2 amps. So you're going to get 30 watts of output out of that. If you were to try to connect that to this port, it might try to use this as an input, meaning the same power bank that's charging your refrigerator or keeping your refrigerator running because it has an inverter is now also trying to charge this thing up. So when you have a port that's only an output, that's pretty awesome. I do enjoy that. I do wish that this output was a little more. 30 watts is kind of lame. I wish it was like, say, 60 watts minimum. That would be awesome. But you can use this one to charge your laptop and this one to charge your phone, because not very many phones out there are going to charge faster than 30 watts anyway. Then you got this boring plain old USB-A port here that can do up to 10 volts and 2.25 amps. Let's unwrap this little cable here. It's not very little. It's actually quite thick because it produces a lot of power. It's got something on it here. It says something. Oh, 240. Okay. So this is a 240 watt cable. Now, luckily, we do have their 140 watt wall adapter here. So this can do 140 watts out of one port. So that's going to be what we use to charge this thing up. All right, so we've got this plugged in. We've got a watt meter that's going to tell us exactly what's coming from this guy. And then we have a meter that's going to give us exactly what's going into the power bank here from the wall. So it's going to give us our watts, our volts, and our amps. And as you can see, it's going up fast. This is telling us that it's capable of doing PD3 20 volts at 5 amps, which is a maximum of 100 watts. Okay, so what the text I couldn't read at the bottom that I was focusing on says the maximum input, it's going to be 20 volts at 5 amps. So that's exactly what we see here. This power bank can only accept 100 watts input, but the output can do 28 volts at 5 amps. So you're going to get your 140 watts that way. So while it's kind of a bummer that it doesn't support 140 watts of input, to be honest, 100 watts is still very good. And at the end of the day, it's going to not have such an impact on the battery because it's not putting 140 watts in, it's putting 100 watts in. And it's also going to generate less heat. And also I noticed that the word in is appearing on the power bank, making it very clear what's going on. This power meter has a little arrow. It's pointing down. That means the power is going this way. So we know that the power is going into this guy. But it also gives us the word in, so we can see that the power is going into this thing. Now, one of the neat things that I can do is I can check this thing for all of its capable abilities. And now the word out is appearing. Oh yeah, dude, look at that beautiful data right there. PD 3.1, 140 watts. Quick Charge 3 has a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through this data. SCP, AFC, 12 volts, 2 amps, Q3, or a Quick Charge 3.0, fixed 5, 9, 12, and 20. And then PD 3.1. My gosh, look at that beautiful data there. So we got fixed 20 volts, 5 amps, EPR capable, 28 volts at 5 amps. AVS is 15 to 28 volts at 140 watts. Dude, there's so much friggin' data here. All right, we have the S22 Ultra. Unfortunately, the battery is almost full. It's at 94%. So we're not going to see super crazy speeds or anything, but we're going to get a bunch of data that we want. So if we plug it in, we see 2 icons. That's great. And we can see that this charger does support PPS. So what does that mean? That means if you have like a Google Pixel 8 or a Google Pixel 7 or a Galaxy S20, 21, 22, 23, all those, you're going to be able to support the fastest charge speed possible. That's awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and unplug and replug. And super fast charging 2.0. That's exactly what you want to see. So that's awesome. This thing can support very fast charging. Now, what if we connect it to the other Type-C port? So we get one icon there, and it just says fast charging. And that one's using a fixed voltage. So we're only going to see 15 watts at its maximum speed. All right, for our last test, we're going to make it simple. I'm going to connect that important port there, the one with the little computer icon, and my 14-inch M1 MacBook Pro. This charges at 100 watts maximum.
These CPUs are so
I'm watching a lie detector video, so it started playing the video. Alrighty, so if we take a look at these numbers, you can see the laptop is currently charging. Well, it was going really high there. It slowed down. My battery on my laptop is not anywhere near dead, so as you can see though, it says it's capable of charging at 94 watts maximum, which is 20 volts at 4.70 amps. So I love that this is going to fully charge my MacBook at its top rated speed. And this is great. This thing is awesome. And if I had a 16-inch MacBook Pro, I could charge it at 140 watts. Meaning I could be editing with Adobe Premiere Pro and I'm pushing a full charge into my laptop and it's capable of doing its full, maximum potential because it's not gonna die. It's I don't know any other way to put it. This thing's pretty awesome. Like I said, it currently says it's out. Let's try plugging in that port there. And it says here that it's currently going at a maximum of 30. So there you go. That second port can charge my laptop at 30 watts. But the reason I plugged it in was because I want to see if it'll charge using that other port. Okay, so look at this data here. The wall is indicating 100 watts going in. I see it says input 37%. And I see that it's drawing 30 watts. So there you have it. It does appear to support input. It says IN on the screen here, 37%, and it's flashing, but it's receiving 105 watts from the wall, and it's charging at 30, charging my laptop here at 30 watts. That's friggin' awesome. I'm not even gonna test out the USB-A port because honestly, the only thing that's ever gonna be plugged into that is like a pair of earbuds, like some AirPods, some Pixel Buds, some Samsung Buds, a game controller, something low power. That's all I'm going to ever connect to that port if I do use it. This is sick. This is awesome. We'll have a link to this in the description below. And it is currently like November 21st. So there are going to be some huge Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. So if you are looking at picking this up, my Amazon affiliate link in the description below will be the best link to use. You're going to get a really good deal, and I'll get a little bit of commission from you using my links, and it doesn't cost you anything. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.